So moving toward the raw materials, alkali metals, fat or tallow, or oil. The commonly used alkali is sodium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is also used, and it creates a more water-soluble product than the sodium-based, and is called soap, fat and tallow. Sorry for interrupting for a while. Give me 1 minute. Tallow is basically a fat which is obtained by rendering beef or mutton. It is harder or less fusible fat in animal and vegetable. It is white in color, nearly tasteless. Solid, rendered of fat of cattle and sheep used for making candles, soap, and pet food. Oils. Almond oil, extracted from the seed of this. Almond oil is used in soap high quality. Almond oil prevent dehydration of the skin. Palm oil, coconut oil produced by processing of the palm fruit, and coconut can be used in soap. Soap from the coconut can be leather well. Coconut reduce the hardness to increase the solubility. Fish oil can also be used and better in soap processing. The other topic is types of the soap, which is one of the major topics of it. There are five basically types of the soap, and here I'm going to tell you the two types of the soap. Laundry soap. Laundry soap, or the other name of the laundry soap, is the washing soap that are made from the cheaper material and it's used only for washing clothes. It can't be used due to the excess alkali, and the examples are available in the market. John X. Toilet soap. Toilet soap are made from the best tallow. The higher the fatty acid material in use in the soap, the better the cleansing ability in the soap. It contains more fatty acids than the laundry soap. Here we can see the percentage 60 to 80 percentage. And mostly potassium hydroxide is used in the toilet soap. Some colorless and additives and perfume are do used in the toilet, but it doesn't harm to the skin. Example are Lux, Lifebuoy, etc. So moving toward the advantages of the soap. Soap are antibacterial, they are basic, so they neutralize the excess acid. This is the main advantages of the soap. They are actually biodegradable. When we use soap in the hard water, the amount of lather produced is very small. They have weak cleaning properties rather than the detergent because no specific additives and builder are used in soap making. Disadvantages of the soap. It has two major shortcomings. First is the hard water. It can't work well in the hard water of as we know that hard water contains a metallic ions, magnesium and calcium. The soap and ions react with that ions in the hard water and thus form an insoluble curd which is known as scum, and that deposits make up the familiar bathtub swing. And the other one is in acidic solution, soap are converted into the fatty acid, which doesn't ionize, and they can't emulsify oil, the dirt, and don't exhibit the action. So, home making soap. The raw materials that are used for the homemaking soap, we have to select the oil and olive oil, coconut oil, palm oil. Olive oil give fine and skinny bubbles. Coconut oil give fluffy bubbles. The basic formula used for the homemaking soap is also the same. Fatty acid or oil, base or lye, give us the soap with the side product glycerine. The other ingredients that are used for the homemaking soap are sugar, salt, ammonia, and borax. I have written why these ingredients are used in the soap. Sugar makes a clear shape. Salt, commercial salt, actually the commercial soap makers use the salt to separate out the glycerine, which is the natural byproduct whenever we make the soap. Ammonia is an emulsifying agent that helps a mixed batch of unpure oil to get together closely enough to sponify the readily. And borax is also a sponifying agent. The ammonia and borax has basically the same work, but the soap is used in the borax act as a water softener. And there are four methods by which we can make it. These are the cold process, semi-boiled method, full-boiled method, and transparent soap manufacturing method. In cold process, this is the widely soap-based maker used by the manufacturer. The neutralization stage placed during the molding stage. The semi-boiled method, when the soap mixture is formed, heat is added into the double boiler to cause the soap to neutralize before being molded. Here we can see the different the neutralization stage occurred during the molding stage and here before molding stage occur. It is we have neutralized the soap before it is being molded. Full boiled method. This method is where all the ingredients are prepared on the large container. Heat is used and added during the neutralization reaction. On large commercial manufacturers use this method to achieve big byproduct glycerine. Transparent soap. This soap is made clear by adding solvent such as alcohol to prevent crystals from the forming as soap coals. This is called glycerine soap. Now I'm gonna tell you the effect of the soap in cleansing. This is also a methyl molecule, and and if we want to join it, we will see a spherical structure, a ball-like structure. Here is a dirt or a grease or something we can say that which we want to remove it, and this is a long hydrocarbon chain, and these all has negative charge which is surrounded by the sodium, or when it is in water it is surrounded by the water molecules, so that it can be rubbed away with the help of water molecules as it is attracted by the water molecules. Soap in the form of missile will be able to clean dirt merely from the cloth or other material. In missiles, the only dirt will be collected in the center. As it is the non-polar, it is only dissolved in non-polar molecules, and oil grease are also non-polycular, as we know that as we know that this non-polar molecule always dissolve the non-polar compounds. As we know the principle like dissolves like. This is the same principle followed by the soap molecule. So here is the illustration of the missile. Missile is basically missiles are the lipid molecules that arrange themselves in a spherical form or a ball-shaped form inside the aqueous solution. The formation of the missile in response to this nature of the fatty acid, it will be unique formation. And here we can see the missile formation. We can generally see the width of 30 nanometers, and we call it a shell, and we call the inner grease or whatever it is inside grabbed called core or active substance. This hold a missile, and the outer part of the missile is hydrophilic, hydrophilic, and inner is hydrophobic tail. In the active solution, this is the structure of the missile. How the missile form? In the formation, the hydrophobic tail are in the interior of the cluster, and the cluster will be the grease or dust or oil, and the hydrophobic end are on the outer of the surface of the cluster. What are the properties of the missile? It is just like the soap molecule has the two parts. Missile formation also have the two parts. A long hydrocarbon part, which is dissolved in hydrocarbon, and a short ionic part, which contains a CO negative and sodium, which is hydrophilic. It dissolves in water. Now moving toward the types of this method. It can be ionic and it can be non-ionic. In ionic, on the basis of the structure, they are basically differentiated. The inner core liquid phase are hydrocarbon. It has also shell. We can see the shell. It diffuses different double layer. And the other one is non-ionic. The inner core liquid phase are also hydrocarbon and it also has shell, but it has different structure. That's why it is different from, far apart different from the ionic and non-ionic. This is the soap molecule or surfactant monomer, we can say, because the detergent, soap molecules, surfactant molecules have basically the same structure as the metals has. This is the molecules, surfactant molecules or soap molecules, which arrange themselves in a missile. We can see it. This is the missile formation. This is how a single soap molecule gather around each other to form a missile formation. These are the different shapes of this missile. This is the unilaminar vessel. This is the sphere. This is ellipsoid. This is cylinder. This is planar structure. This is the another structure of the missile formation. Actually, we have seen the sphere. It is just like the sphere, and inside it there is a grease or oil or dirt or whatever it is. The structure of the soap is cell-like. It is formed by the aggregation of the soap subunit. As we see here, the description are here, and I've told you here, the soap molecules are gathered around each other to form a missile. The exterior of the missile is hydrophilic, and the interior part of the missile are lipophilic or hydrophobic, water repellent. The missile will remain in the solution as a colloidal solution. The missile remains in the solution as a colloidal solution and will not join because the ion repulsion. This is the short ionic part of the missile, which have negative charge, and every negative like charges always repel each other. Every missile repel the other every missile. There is no attraction between it, but it is attracted by the water molecules. That was my first topic ended, and now I'm moving towards my major